Hello, freaks, weirdos, and people I never want to meet in real life, aka my family. And welcome to the gaming news for the 20th of June, 2025. Let's Rick roll. Our first story today is about naughty people. No, not the good, kinky kind. I'm talking about naughty hackers who only want to steal games and not pay for them because they don't feel like spending money on their hobbies. Either that or they're just dirt poor. But who doesn't like a good dirt once in a while, am I right? So anyways, turns out Nintendo doesn't like people who eats into their financial gains by pirating games instead of buying them. Go figure, huh? Ever since the Nintendo Switch 2 came out, hackers have been racing each other to find that little exploit that'll get them to the motherlode. Well, a part of this race involved using something called MIG switch, and no, my sister doesn't want you to touch her MIG switch, thank you very much. This MIG switch would basically let you dump backups of games, but let's be real, most of them were pirated, and play them on a Switch as if it was a legit copy. It even comes in a card that looks identical to a game card for the Switch. So yeah, people who tried to mess around with their MIG switches on the Switch 2 somehow got flagged by Nintendo and got their console banned from online activity. And when I say ban, I really mean ban, to the point that they can't even do a normal factory reset to their Switch because that requires them to access Nintendo's network, although there is a recovery method that allows them to factory reset their Switch, but that doesn't resolve the ban issue. So what now? Well, they can still play offline games. My bet is that there'll be a lot of banned consoles being sold on eBay pretty soon, and they'll be pretty cheap compared to a new one, so it's sort of a good deal if you're looking for a console for parts in case yours gets broken, so that's something, right? Right, guys? Tell me I'm right! I need your approval for my survival, damn it! You people are the worst. Next story! Mind's Eye. I've been talking about this garbage on like 3 news updates so far, and it just keeps coming. It's like a nasty ex who refuses to let go, even though I clearly broke it off with you, Sharon. Stop calling my mom and pretend you're from Amazon. She doesn't even do online shopping, you whore. Oh, is this game bad? Well, good news. It's now a little bit less bad because it got a patch. Yay! This patch is more like a hotfix, actually. It addresses a lot of issues in the game, most of them related to performance and the janky AI who just refuses to shoot anything. You can find the full list of fixes on the site, but just know that it doesn't fix the most important thing that you need it to fix. Your soul. Oh man, that got deep. Quick, I need an immature line. Poop, piss, jizz! Nice, saved it. My video nearly had quality for a second. Next story! Do you love anime? How about the video game Death Stranding? Do you also like to watch paint dry, you basic bit? Well, you're in luck! An anime for Death Stranding is in the works. Now, if you're like me, you're probably asking yourself, why God, why bring this evil abomination upon us at a time like this? Didn't we suffer enough? We just tried sending Katy Perry to you in a spaceship and she just flew right back into Earth, damn it! Give us a break already! Well, to answer that very long and oddly specific question, it's because it's a very popular franchise, and you know that a popular franchise equals a sweet anime to go along with it. Just look at what Cyberpunk did. Now, to be fair, the story in Death Stranding has a lot of interesting parts to it, so the anime does have a lot to work with here. Let's just hope it works with the right parts, and not with the wrong parts, aka baby in a jar, because F that. Anyways, no word has been given on a release date or who is even directing it, so it does seem as it's a bit ways off, so maybe until then we will manage to send Katy Perry into space on a one-way trip because we suffered enough of her songs. Let the aliens have her. Next story. Steam reviews. A place where you will see anything but reviews. Think of it as a place to let all the frustration on a game release in a glorified review that's as useful as me talking about my ex-girlfriend who just tried coming over even though the restraining order is very much in effect. Don't make my mom come out to you, girl! She has a black belt! That's it. It's just a belt. And it's black. But oh boy, does it hurt like a motherfucker! Errors have been found in the stream reviews for Monster Hunter Wilds. And by errors, I mean a lot of angry gamers who found a way to vent out. Why are they mad, you ask? I mean, they're gamers who know that they can review games on Steam. It would be more surprising if they weren't mad for a change. But regarding to this game, their reason is simple. Microtransactions, the kryptonite of the gaming world. Basically, the game is subpar, especially on PC. It has a lot of performance issues, the microtransactions are horrible, and there is a lower monster count on this game compared to previous entries. It's a shame because when the game was first released, it got praised by these reviewers. But as time went on, they started finding out that Capcom has Capcom all over their faces! Got 'em! I'll high-five myself later for that one. Now wash your face and move on to the next story with me. Xbox, a game console that sounds like a new nickname for your girlfriend's love part, is already having its next-gen version planned out. Turns out that Microsoft saw what Switch 2 does, which is basically release a bare-bone console, make it portable, and call it a day, and had their eyes turned into dollar signs. According to Microsoft, they are working on next-gen Xbox consoles that you'll play in your living room and in your hands. Gee, how original! Somebody should let Microsoft know that Steam Deck also exists, and that's basically what they seem to be making here, probably with a fancy-looking dock station. But let's be honest, you can buy a $10 dock for Steam Deck in AliExpress, and it does the job just fine. So unless Microsoft does something revolutionary, I don't see how this is going to be any different. But oh well, what do I know? I'm just a voice in your head that you'll never meet or hug or hump. Next story. Do you have a PSVR? Well, you're alone to that one. Next story. Okay, I'll give you more words. You're also a dork. Next story. Fine, I'll talk.
PSVR has been abandoned.
And let me assure you that I know a thing or five about being abandoned.
He said he'll get milk and be right back, damn it. Where is he?
So yeah, a popular VR game, Beat Saber, will no longer be beating on the PSVR. On their X account, Oculus Studios announced that they will no longer be releasing Beat Saber content for PlayStation VR on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, and plans to end multiplayer support for PS4 and PS5 in early 2026. They had this to say: "As we look to the future and plan the next big leap for Beat Saber, we have made the decision to no longer release updates for PS4 and PS5 starting in June 2025. Our passion for VR remains unwavering. We are excited about the possibilities that lie ahead and what we can bring to Beat Saber fans who have been on this journey with us over the past 7 years." End quote. I guess their passion for VR is big, but just not as big as their passion for seeing their wallet filled up, baby. Judging by that announcement, you can tell that PSVR is not a huge success. Not as much as Sony hoped so, at least. Matter of fact, Beat Saber is one of the most popular VR games to date, and that not selling well is pretty much a telltale sign, so yeah. RIP PSVR, PS4 plus PS5. I feel like this one sentence had all the ABCs in it. Oh well. Moving on! Skating. Something that used to be hip in the 90s, kind of got mainstream in the 2000s, and completely dropped off when Tony Hawk got old. Dude looks like a corpse on a skateboard these days, and that's not as cool as it sounds. Trust me. So anyways, there used to be a franchise that competed with Tony Hawk's video game called Skate. It was different and more... well, it was more. The favorite feature was by far the X-ray camera, where you try to injure your skater as much as possible and see the broken bones and also see his medical bill. God bless the US healthcare system. So now it seems like EA wants to bring it back. Yay! What did you say? It's a free-to-play game.
God damn it, EA. Why must you ruin all that I love?
And to make things even better, it's releasing as an early access game. A free-to-play early access. Boy, it's like the cancerous sentences, isn't it? Anyways, expect EA to make you fork over money for breathing while trying to even start this game. Should be fun. Oh well. Moving on! Sands of Time. No, we're not talking about the ashes of your grandpa, you freak. I'm talking about Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. You know, the franchise that started off as a DOS game with a dude who tried to save his princess in one of the worst designed castles I've ever seen. Bro, you have skeletons that come back to life. Maybe call someone to check on that. And eventually evolved into a successful franchise where you still played as a prince of Persia, I guess, just with the ability to reverse time with sands that control time. I guess he snorks the sand up his nose and time goes back. Who knows, guys? Just go with it. Well, there was supposed to be a reboot of this game, but Ubisoft has kind of gone quiet on it. Well, according to the Prince's X account, they really love X over there in Persia, go figure. The game is still in the works and expected to be released in 2026. The statement reads, "Yep, we're still deep in the game, exploring, building, and ensuring the sands move with purpose. This game is being crafted by a team that truly cares, and they're pouring their hearts and a lot of coffee into every step. Thank you for sticking with us." End quote. Awesome. Can't wait to die 200 times in reverse time just to find out I don't have enough sand to properly go back, so I just go back to a mid-jump that ends in my death over and over again. Thanks, guys.
And that's the news. Like always, I end the video with a lot of hate, grief, bitterness, and I am also a bit turned on. I guess all that sand talk really got me going, go figure. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you leave a comment, subscribe, like, hit the bell for notifications, and also give me your personal address so I can come over and inform you when I upload a new video. I'm very dedicated to my fans. All right, y'all, I'm Michael Jackson. Peace!